Once again, it's on. Yo, welcome back to the Real Kids TV. Hopefully you enjoy this video. You like, comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You know what I mean? That notification bell, post notification. So anytime I drop his heat, you already know what it is. You amongst the first to get it. You feel me? I want to get back into my prison stories, man. You know what I'm saying? I had a viewer email me and ask me, will her husband have to get violent? He's in prison. He's doing a 12-year sentence. Will he be forced to be violent? She said that she's watched a lot of the Fleece Johnson interviews, and she wants to know if it's really like that in prison. That's an interesting question. You know what I mean? And that's a broad question. I'm gonna tell you about prison. Prison makes you, it can turn you into a savage. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times there's an old saying in prison, man, you a man or you a mouse. And sometimes it comes to that. You're going to be a man right here, stick up for yourself, defend yourself, or you're going to be a mouse. And go on about your merry way and let people just do anything to you and you just stay quiet. It's not always like that. So don't get me wrong. But I would say at some point, especially during a 12-year sentence, I don't know what the parole eligibility is. I know here if you have a 12-year sentence and it's non-violent, you go for parole in about 2.5 years, 20% of your time. But I don't know where he's at and the circumstance of his case. So we're just going to say, okay, he's on Kentucky Department of Correction time. You know what I mean? Depends on where you go. You know, what type of facility are you in? Because somebody's definitely gonna try you in prison, man. That's just the way that it is. Now, once they try you, I don't know what that'll turn into. That's kind of on you. You know, back in the day, man, there's a prison here in Kentucky. You come through a tunnel. You got to walk through the tunnel. Like anytime you go to the commissary, you walk through the tunnel, and anytime you leave the commissary, you have to walk back through the tunnel to get back to your dorm. So you got guys that just sit around and just prey on you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to watch you. They're going to know who you with. You know what I'm saying? What car you with. A car is basically, for y'all that don't know, a car is like your clique, your crew. You know, you from this city, okay, this is your car. If you from that city, this is your car. If you from the same city, but you on the north side, this is your clique. You see what I'm saying? So it's different cars in prison. So they're going to sit back and they're going to watch. They're going to watch you for a minute. And they're going to say, this guy, he don't even run with nobody. You know what I'm saying? So being that he don't run with nobody, he's an easy target. You feel me? He's an easy target. So they don't watch you go to the store 2 or 3 times. And you come back, a big old bag of groceries. One of them laundry bags with the holes in it, like like a laundry bag. Big old laundry bag. You done went to the store and spent $100. Back then, that's all you could spend a week, is $100 a week. So you come back, you got your bag over your shoulder or whatever. Now you got lions, tigers, and bears, man. You got hungry wolves that's sitting there like, you know what I mean? They ain't got nothing. So if you think that you just gonna keep walking back from commissary every week, because back then I think you could only go to commissary once a week. I think now it's like every day. But if you thought that you was gonna come back with this $100 bag and we sitting here starving, now when I say me, I'm not speaking of myself. I've never engaged in that sort of activity whatsoever. But I'm saying, just collectively speaking, if you will. Dudes is like, if you think that you just gonna come back with this big old bag and we out here starving, nah. So we gonna see if you a man or you a mouse. And it was plenty of times dudes got their bags taken. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of times, man, you walking down through that tunnel because it's a blind spot. Ain't no cameras, ain't no nothing. So who's gonna see it? You don't got no car. You ain't got no clique. You got 4 or 5 dudes running up on you. Sometimes just one, just depends. Sometimes it might be one, sometimes it might be 1 or 2. So you got a choice to make right then and there. I'm gonna fight these dudes. I'm gonna let them take my bag. Because if you let them take your bag, they're gonna take your bag. Basically, you're gonna be restricted from going to that store. Because anytime you go to commissary, guess what? They're going to take your bag. And if they don't take your bag, say the dudes get out or get locked down or whatever, everybody else is going to see it and they're going to know. So guess what? They're going to take your bag. So you got to stand up for yourself. You got to be a man. And the dangerous part about prison is that you go in there with the mentality of getting back home to your family. You know what I'm saying? You made a mistake out here in society. It happens, man. You want to get back home to your family. Well, oftentimes you're put in a situation to where it's like in this particular situation, you know what I'm saying? Somebody tries to take your food. You don't want any write-ups. Because when you catch a write-up, now you have to go in and explain to the parole board why you got this write-up. And what's so messed up about Kentucky prisons, a lot of inmates don't even see the parole board. They just review your file. So unless you have like a violent case or something very, very serious, they don't even, you know what I mean? You don't even get to go speak for yourself in front of them. They review your file. Okay, Mr. Such and Such, he has 2 write-ups on this date. He did this, he did that. This is what he was charged with. This is his criminal history. Give him an 18-month deferment. Come back and see us in 18 months. And you don't even go have an opportunity to go before the board and say, no, this is what happened. I accept responsibility, but I was protecting myself. You don't even get to do that. So prison is dangerous. That's why a lot of times, man, you know, like Fleece Johnson said, he came in with a 12-year sentence and end up serving 40 because you can continuously add time onto your sentence. Now, if somebody does something to you by taking your food, you got to fight back, man. You got to fight back hard. Now, oftentimes, it's not going to get it unless you just a gorilla and you know what I'm saying, you knocking dudes out like that. You're going to have to do something extreme. I'm not advocating violence. I'm not suggesting anything violent, but you're going to have to do something extreme to let the next person know that tries to take your bag, just like on the movie Life. And any of you other country motherfuckers that try to take my cornbread, you're going to deal with consequences and repercussions. Yeah, it's funny. We all laugh. But guess what? That's the truth. That's real. So you're going to have to do something extreme, man. You know, you might have to take a weight, go upside somebody's head, you know, push a motherfucker's noodle all the way backwards. You know, some people use shanks. Some people use a lock in a sock. You know, a can of chili in a sock. You know, soap in a sock. You're going to have to do something because everybody's watching. Everybody's watching, man. Now, when you set that example, you know, you split a motherfucker's wig a couple times, guess what? Ain't nobody going to fool with you no more. Yeah, you may do some whole time, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days in the hole. You may lose a little good time, you know what I'm saying, that you can eventually earn back. You may get a couple write-ups, but guess what? You're going to earn your respect in there. And that's what prison is really, really about, man, respect. I'm not saying that it'll always come to that, but a lot of times it does come to that. It ain't just simply fighting. That's why a lot of times in prison, when you see a fight, you may see a dude whooping a dude, but I done seen dudes that's basically unconscious on the ground. It's not even a threat no more, and the dude's just stomping him all the way out. You know why? Because he's sending a message. It's what's gonna happen to the next person that tries me like this. He's setting an example. Stomping him all the way out. He laid out. He got them state boots on. Like everybody gets state boots. State issued prison boots, man. And dude might be on the ground, man, laid all the way out. And you just stomping him. You setting a message. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, man, it just really depends on him and you know, where he's at and the situation. But it's not always really where you at when I think about it, because that can happen in the county jail. There's more tension in the county jail, more stress in the county jail than it is in prison. So, you know, best advice that I could give to him is just go in, be yourself. Don't, you know, act like you was doing this and that on the street. Don't go in there trying to be no tough guy. Just be in there and be genuine. Just go in there and be genuine. Be yourself, man. Don't borrow nothing from nobody. Don't gamble. Don't gamble on the football and basketball games. Don't play no tickets. And this stuff is hard to do because you get bored in there and you want to do these things, especially if you're a sports fan. Definitely don't mess with nobody's boyfriend. You definitely don't want to do that. Get your noodle pushed all the way. You might die. You know what I'm saying? Stay off at basketball court. As far as competitive play, you know, you want to shoot around or something like that. But once people, they want to play, you know, 3-on-3 and all that, run whole court, nah, man, I'm good. Just go in there, man. Keep to yourself if you're able. Get you a TV, a little radio, work out. go to classes, get a trade, go to school, something like that, man. Get in that law library, go to church, you know, try to turn your life around, you know, and I encourage you to visit him, you know. You all communicate as best as you can. I know it costs money to email and phone calls, but you know, you want to give him something to look forward to instead of just being in there like, you know what, it is what it is. I ain't got nothing to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nobody at home that's really waiting on me. So, you know, you want to give him that positive energy. But yeah, man, it goes down in prison. You know, I wish that I could tell you that something different, but it gets very, very violent in there, man. I got a million stories, man. And dudes and they watching. And they gonna take you if they can. Anything you got, man. Anything you got, man. Back in the day at this same facility, man, they was taking whole lockers. Because it's an open dorm, so you're not even in a cell. So you have a locker, you know, everybody's assigned a locker. That's about, I don't know, maybe about waist high, you know what I'm saying? A few feet high. Dudes was picking up the whole lockers and just walking off with them, man. Got all your food in there. You know, so, you know, you just got to be wary, but you got to understand that if somebody tries me like that, I'm going to be a man, I'm going to be a mouse. And I recommend you don't be a mouse, man. Real Kens TV, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the story. I got many, many more. You know, hit that like, comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. That post notification bell so that anytime I drop these stories, y'all get it. I'm a new channel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a new channel. So I just need you all to, you know, grow with me, man. We're going to grow together, man. Pause, though. Double pause. Real Kens TV, man. Till next time.